government and military leaders are using terms such as bloodbath and shocking defeat. ISIL has sent Iraqi-backed forces fleeing from the region, despite a stepped-up air campaign by U.S.-led forces. A spokesman for the Anbar province says that at least 500 civilians and Iraqi forces have been killed in the fighting. And now there are fears of a growing humanitarian crisis. 8,000 more people have fled Ramadi, meaning an estimated 115,000 citizens have been uprooted, with most going to Baghdad. ISIL now controls virtually all of Anbar province, and Ramadi is only about an hour or so drive east to heavily fortified Baghdad. Now, despite the massive setback, U.S. officials say ISIL suffered heavy losses. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry believes there is a way to stem ISIL's aggression.
Their communications have been reduced, their funding and financial mechanisms have been reduced, and their movements, by and large, most certainly where there are air patrols and other capacities, have been reduced. But that's not everywhere. And so it is possible to have the kind of attack we've seen in Ramadi, but I am absolutely confident in the days ahead that will be reversed.
Now, despite the positive spin, this is without a doubt a huge loss and a huge setback. Secondly, the U.S. has implored Iraqi leaders to not send Shia militias into Ramadi to aid in the fighting. Now, even though it was the Iranian-backed fighters who helped pry the city up to creep from ISIL a couple of months ago, there is widespread concern the Shia forces will inflame sectarian violence. And the ties to Iran will, of course, complicate airstrikes by the U.S.-led coalition. However, Sunni fighters in Ramadi have been calling for reinforcements. And at this point, Iraqi leaders are pretty much out of alternatives.